Hello Reformers and welcome back to Phantasy Calradia. Now when we left off we had a bit of a crash, which is, pretty unusual, but we also lost a little bit of progress and I've done some off-screen besieging and, well, basically I've also awarded myself all of the castles in all of the land and all the villages as well. And that has enabled me to gain 10,000 dinars every single week. So that's obviously pretty nice. But on the flip side of that, taking ownership of these castles and everything does actually have a bit of a downside. And that is the fact that they don't have any automatic garrisons in there immediately upon you taking it. And so I've just actually taken 2 castles in quick succession because they were just pretty easy. And, well, suffice it to say, they've already taken them back. And that is, of course, the Sarranids I'm talking about in terms of they. And I do, by the way, have an army of 840. Yeah, I have a bunch of skeletons and shadows and all that sort of thing, and that has enabled me to have a massive army. And that is obviously going to make a huge difference when it comes to battle advantages. Not so much in this particular siege, a bit weird. That is the case. It's not really working out too well for us here, but, well, maybe in a field battle or something like that. Maybe that will help. As you can see, I'm absolutely awful at this. Yes, absolutely. Don't even get me started on how bad I am at aiming the ice storm. With fireball, yeah, a little bit good, not too bad about aiming the fireball, but the ice storm, I just don't know how it works really. Anyway, we do have a Balrog still. I did have an opportunity to capture another Balrog, so that's exactly what I've done. As you can see, I actually have two Balrogs now. And yeah, pretty awesome. I mean, I didn't actually capture them, I just rescued them. And I actually thought that was not meant to be possible anymore, but apparently it was for me for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's probably because my save game is pretty old, and basically I started it with the original base mod of Phantasy Calradia, and it was not started in one of the update patches. So maybe that's the reason. But anyway, we seem to be doing a pretty reasonable job here. We've already eliminated most of them. There's only 23 remaining. I'm not entirely sure if they're going to be getting any reinforcements. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But I'm pretty happy either way, because I think that the second round is usually a little bit more fun than the first. If we're not going to actually even get inside the keep, I don't really care too much about staying outside of it. So yeah, as you can see, I just don't have enough in the way of magic power to make this work. But yeah, I mean, that kind of makes me wish for Veteran now, because Veteran is pretty fantastic with his fire spells and everything, and he can continue to use them over and over and over because his faith is so high that he's able to just regenerate it very, very quickly, in comparison to the magic skill, which is currently being a bit of a bother at the moment. It's taking way too long, in my opinion, to regenerate itself, but I think that is mainly due to the fact that I don't have any magical bonuses on my armor. So that is obviously making a bit of a difference there. And we have finally reached the walls with our siege tower. Yes, wouldn't it just be a siege tower, the one that I decide to begin this episode with? Yes, what a grinding my gears siege this was, because I had to wait for 72 hours. Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that scream? Yeah, that scream was the Lich effect actually happening, as far as I'm aware. And that's pretty fantastic, because we know how effective the Fyhrr ability can be, and apparently it's just crashed again. Right? Well, this is not very good, because I didn't save before. Did I save before the siege? I'm not entirely sure whether I saved before the siege. Well, I guess we'll find out. Alright, well, after that unfortunate crash, I assume there is a particular unit in my army at the moment that is causing that crash to happen. So I would assume it's probably the Balrog, because technically I'm not supposed to have them in this version. So I would assume I need to go and put them into the garrison after this. Hopefully, please don't crash again. Oh dear. Yes, now I've thought to myself, oh yes, it's probably not a good idea to, you know, go in here again and let the Balrogs cast things. So I'm literally just going to let our Shadow Knights and Shadow Wizards deal with this, and I'm going to hopefully prevent the Balrogs from casting whatever they want to cast. And I'm just going to try and finish this myself, I suppose, with my fireballs. Take this! Evildoers? No, can't really say evildoers, can I? Because we are the evil. And there's only one left. And we do have a haste spell. We probably want to get haste, actually. Yes, I think we probably want to get haste. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Considering we are a spellcaster. Anyway, there you go. Relatively easy, and we didn't have another crash, so I assume it does have something to do with the Balrogs. So I'm going to go very, very quickly, and we're going to just defer appointment of a lord right now. And we are going to place them in the garrison. I was going to say the nearby town, but yes, unfortunately. See, now here's the thing. I took Samara Castle and I think Yamiad Castle. Yeah. And they've just taken them back pretty easily, so that's unfortunate. Maybe we'll gain a bunch of skeletons from that. Are we not gaining some skeletons from that? Look, I have 463. Why am I not gaining any more skeletons from this? I actually did have huge amounts of skeletons in my army, and now for some reason I don't. I had 840. Okay. Well, this is interesting. There's some jiggery-pokery going on by the looks of things. Okay, well, never mind. Guess I'm going to go into Amarad. I do have a bunch of skeletons in here, but that just proves that I did actually take some out. And I put some... I took some shadows out as well. These are the shadows that I took out. So did I just lose all of those skeletons or something? Well, whatever the case, 2 Balrogs are going to go in there. I'm going to keep the Hell Knights. Hopefully they're not the reason why we're having crashes and things. So, yes. I mean, I do know that that's also not meant to be a thing. And Hell Knights and all that sort of thing are not meant to be rescued. But hopefully that's not going to make too much difference. I'm actually just going to call for a meeting and he's going to just surrender. There you go. Okay, fantastic. That's good. All right, and we'll defer appointment of a lord here as well, because that's actually not what I did before. When I took it before, I basically just said, give it to me, because, you know, I wanted all the cash, because we do need as much cash as we can get, and Samara Castle has just come under siege once again. It seems like the Saranids are being a bit annoying, aren't they? I mean, they're not even really doing much to secure their fiefs that they take back. So, that's a bit weird. Anyway, I'm just going to plunder this. Yes, plunder it, plunder it. Okay, so yeah, we're going to go over here, and I do need some food. So let me go and get some food real quick. And then we'll go down there. Let's get some butter and bread and some cabbage. Yes, cabbage and bread and cheese. That sounds great, doesn't it? Yes. Anyway, hello there. There's a lot of them. There is a lot of them. That is very good. Okay, come to me, please. Come to me. I would very much like to fight all of you, or as many of you as you would so desire, as I would like to try and resurrect as many units as I can. So, yeah, because I mean, as we continue to take castles and things, our, well, party size is going to exponentially increase. And as a result, we could potentially have an army of 1,000. And that would be pretty amazing. So if we can make that happen, then all very well and good. If we can't make it happen, then, well, that's just how it has to be. I'm going to tell everyone to charge in here, even though we are against 106 enemies We have seen in the past that just charging in with our undead and being aggressive is the way to go. So, really? Oh, really? Come on, Arkane. Are you really that bad? Yeah, yes, he is. He is kind of bad. But anyway, we're fighting some orcs. We're fighting some orcs. Nice. Must have missed that. This is a defector from the orcs by the looks of things. As you can see, though, many people are actually running away because of my lichdom. And that is making things super easy. And there's another one. There's another one. I didn't save after that siege either. Yeah. Great. Alright, well, it seems like everything is going okay this time, and what I've done is, after the siege of Terama Castle, which I actually had to go through again, so this is the, I think, third time that I've taken it. Yeah, that's great. And yes, so after that, what I did was I went over to the nearest garrison, placed my Hell Guards, Hellspawn, all of those Hell units in the garrison there, as well as the 2 Balrogs, and hopefully that is going to prevent further crashes. So let's just cross our fingers and hope that that is indeed the case, because this is a pretty poignant and important siege for us to be doing right now. We need to get up here, we need to take Durquba as quickly as possible. There are a bunch of vassals in here as well, so we need to be a bit careful of that too, but they have a lot of people in general, so this is going to be pretty interesting to see how we do, because yes, okay, you know, we have our shadow wizards and everything. They're perfectly capable of doing the job by themselves, but oh yeah, do you like hearing those screams? Oh yes, I like hearing those screams, because that means we get in very easily. We're able to do massive amounts of damage to their archers and everything, because no one is going to stop us. And that makes me kind of miss the days of a veteran way back. Wasn't it veteran that was able to inflict fear? I think it was veteran that was able to do the fear spell. And that was really awesome, because you just go to the top of the ladder and then cast the fear spell, and then everyone would just run away, and it would just be really cool. Okay, so wait a minute. Is there a way that I can... Oh, look at this. There is actually a way you can get up here. Huh. That's interesting. As far as I'm aware, there's not usually a way that you can actually get up here. And maybe that's different for Phantasy Calradia, because I have seen in the past that this tower is impenetrable. So basically, no one is able to get in here, usually. But yeah, thankfully we are this time, because otherwise it would have taken us a long time to get these guys dead. But there you go, not too bad. And it's a bit weird, because when I reloaded my save... Oh. Okay. Not entirely sure what's going on there. I think that's a bit of a display bug as well, because I don't think that Shadow Wizard is killing Saranid Archer 20 times over. So, yeah, bit weird, but I guess that's due to the charged staff thing. Anyway, as I was saying, I reloaded the save after the crash, and I had 845 in my inventory, in my party again, and I thought to myself, okay, so that's cool. And then as soon as I went into the garrison, it took away all of my skeletons, all of my zombies, and in general just took away all of those guys. Maybe the reason for that is because they were from an old save, because basically I took Dirim, and that was actually where I got those guys from. I got it from Dirim, and I actually did summon them, or resurrect them, shall we say, from a very early save, or shall we say version of Phantasy Calradia. So maybe that's the reason why they're disappearing now. But it seems like I have somewhat fixed the issue. Seems like it's not crashing any further. I'm hoping that it's actually not something that my shadow wizards are actually doing, because that would be pretty bad. That would be pretty bad, because, well, we like our shadow wizards, don't we? I mean, they're doing a really, really good job. Now, I'm actually wondering, I'm hearing screams everywhere. I actually wonder whether it's actually me doing that, or whether it's someone else just casting a fear spell, or something along those lines. But I think it is us. And it's just as well that we're wearing this hood, isn't it? I mean, literally. You don't really want to see what's under there. We're the man in the iron mask, or we are the villain from Fantastic Four. What is his name again? Dr. Doom, that's it. There we go. Or we're Dr. Doom, yes. Maybe I should call myself that next time or something. Anyway, there you go. That was a much bigger force of units trying to kill us right there. Anyway, I'm not going to be taking any of these. I think I have seen actually that if you do take these orcs, they have a problem with the undead, or the undead have a problem with them, so I'm probably not going to be doing that. And I should have taken them for the garrison. My bad. My bad. Oh well, never mind. That is not too bad, because we're going to be gaining a huge amount, hopefully, from the dead bodies anyway. 30. Yes. Seems like we're not being able to gain huge amounts any further, but oh well, never mind. You can see here that I have a... I don't even know what's going on here, because I have a huge army size. I don't even know. I don't know what's going on with that, because before I had an army size of about 260, 250, somewhere around there, and then I went to Dirim. I took all those skeletons and zombies and things out of the garrison, and that skyrocketed my company size to 850, and now they disappeared. And yet my company size is still the same. So, shall we actually just take a look at the reports just to see where we're getting all of that? The Castellan is giving me 340 plus, but that's it. It shouldn't really be equaling out to be that, but am I complaining? I'm not entirely sure, because just think about this for a second. What if we decide that we're going to recruit even more units? So like dark mages and necromancers, and, you know, maybe if I'm gonna summon some more shadows. Let's actually do that just for a bit of a test here. Let's summon some more shadows. Alright, so we have 378 now. So let's see if those units disappear in some way. Hello, Emir Mundalir. I don't know why he's doing this. Oh, the Riders Majocracy is offering us a non-aggression treaty. I think there's a good reason why they're doing that, because they have huge amounts of vassals under their command, and they probably want to build on that strength. And so us agreeing to a non-aggression treaty is going to give them that opportunity. But me not accepting it is potentially giving them all the excuse they need to launch an attack against us. And obviously, we, and by we I mean me, obviously, or Arkane in this respect, he actually doesn't have any help. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do, because I have no vassals whatsoever waiting for me in Dirim's, you know, castle, I think what I might actually end up doing is trying to make our companions into vassals, because otherwise I'm not going to have any chance against these guys. I'm going to accept this just because of the right to rule, and we can always attack them at a later point, because that's what we do, you know, we're sneaky. We're sneaky undead guys that don't really care about anything or anyone. We just want complete dominion over Calradia, of course. Now this is going to be a pretty easy, well, yes, definitely pretty easy, as you can see there. I'm going to try and kill a bunch with my vampiric blade to hopefully give me a little bit of HP, and that will then make things a lot easier for us when we get out of the battle, so we don't have, you know, don't have to actually wait for too long. I am actually taking a huge amount of damage, but I'm healing it up, which is kind of amusing. There we go. 16 points of healing? That was amazing. Whoa. And okay, so I have no idea what's actually happening with the crashes right there. What spell is it? Because I would assume it's some kind of spell, because I saw at the end there that it seemed like Missile Storm or Magic Missile or something along those lines. I actually don't know, but I guess considering, you know, we're just getting crashes all the time, I'm going to call it quits for now. And so I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.